Best exercise for your back pain for most people. Not for everybody, but for most people. And we're talking about the core, your core muscles. You have to strengthen your core. Amy, Dr. Amy, she's our physical therapist. She's going to demonstrate this exercise. And actually, I talked to her today, and we're going to do a live video next week. So be prepared for that one. But we're talking about the core. Yesterday we talked about stretches, and today is about strengthening, and they're not the same. But we want to give you the tools to help you eliminate your back pain and live your life pain-free, but we want to help you make better decisions. So this isn't just about the exercise, this is about why of the exercise, because when you understand why, that's when you start to make better decisions. Our goal is to help you. We have a 9-step solution for back pain and sciatica. Yesterday we talked about one of the movement patterns, which is double knee to chest. If you haven't seen that one, I think it's a great one. You have to watch that one. But today is really about functional movement and functional exercises, because the key is to have stability through function and movement. If you can't move and you don't have function, then life is not the same. Typical spine, heads here, hips here, just like this guy right here. Back pain typically comes from the disc. Now there are different types of back pain, and certain conditions of back pain actually can be made a little bit, I don't want to say worse, but they can be irritated if you do exercises the wrong way. So the key to exercising for your core is really the muscles. They call it the core, but it's all the muscles that go around your spine. There's muscles in the back, there's muscles on the side, and there's muscles on the front. Now the exercise we're going to talk about today is the muscle on the front. It's the plank. It's about doing planks, and it's about doing the planks the right way. But a lot of people they want to do stomach exercises, so they'll start to do sit-ups and or curl-ups. And what they have found is the sit-up, as you do more sit-ups and you're not in the best biomechanical position, what happens is the flexion on your spine, which is what you get when you're doing sit-ups, starts to aggravate the disc and potentially can cause herniated discs. Or if you have a herniated disc, it can be made worse. So a lot of motion in and around the disc when it's herniated makes it worse. So you have to be very careful. And when you do the plank, there are things you have to be aware of, because if you do them wrong, you're going to make it a little bit worse. And the goal is not to make it worse. There are several benefits to doing the plank. Number one is you can tone up your belly. Pretty straightforward, right? Tone belly. Also reduce back pain, which is why we're talking about this. Increase flexibility in and around the back and the shoulders, because the plank has a lot to do with your shoulders as well, but also improve your balance and your posture. Now, we talked the other day about what we call future predictors of back pain. A future predictor of back pain is when your muscles are out of balance. That's one of them. But we talked about posture, and we talked about balance. And if your balance is bad, you're more likely to have future episodes of back pain. If your posture is bad, you're more likely to have future episodes of back pain. And another variable is strength from front to back. If the muscles in the front are weaker than the muscles in the back, or the muscles in the back are weaker than the muscles in the front, and they're out of balance, the out of balance predisposes you to future episodes of back pain. So in the end, you want to make sure the muscles from the front to the back are in balance, meaning you have equal amount of strength from front to back. And there's a way to test that, and one of the things that we do is we test it. But today, it's not about that. Today is just about the plank. So with the plank, I'm going to have Dr. Amy show the plank here, but what you're going to do is you're going to end up on your elbows, and you're going to end up in the beginning phase, you're going to end up on your knees. And if you have a pad, you can put a pad under your elbows. Now here's the key. When you're doing this, you're working the muscles in the front. So we're avoiding this flexion activity by having you not do the stomach exercise, but you want a straight line from your shoulders all the way down to your knees. So you're on your stomach like this, your shoulders will be up here, and what happens is people have a tendency when the muscle starts to fatigue to start to arch their back. You want to avoid that activity. You want to avoid the arching, but you also want to avoid the flexion. Okay, arching is called extension. When you have a bad disc or you have a bad back, you want to avoid too much flexion and you want to avoid too much extension. Okay, there's some cases where extension is very good, but there's some cases where extension is very bad. So you want to keep what we call spine in neutral. You don't want it to move much and beyond this. But the problem is if it's real weak, if the muscles in the front are real weak, because this is all about your stomach now, all right? We're trying to tone the belly. We're not really trying to tone the belly. We're just trying to balance the muscles out and activate the muscles. But if they're really weak, you'll have a tendency to go into this position here. And again, this position is going to make it worse. So you have to make sure when you do it, you hold it just long enough till you feel like I'm getting a little bit of a burn there, but it's not going to fatigue. If it fatigues, that's when you run the risk of actually aggravating and irritating the disc. We screen our patients. We identify which exercise is best for each patient, because sometimes this exercise can make you worse. Again, this video is not about a diagnosis, nor is it about me treating you. This is education. This is giving you the tools. We have the ability to solve serious back problems, and part of that solution is making sure the muscles are working the way they should. We solve the problem in the disc. If you have a disc problem or if you have back pain that's not going away, we can help it, because we take pressure off the disc and we allow the disc to heal. If you have friends or family members that might benefit from this information, I want you to share this information with them and like our Facebook page. We have a lot of good tools and information, and one of the keys to solving your back problem is knowing what it is and how to fix it. When you know what the problem is and you have the proper solution to fix it, it goes away. But if you're treating something that's maybe not right, or you're treating what you think is the right thing, and it happens a lot where people are like, oh, I have piriformis syndrome, and they have a herniated disc. Okay, if you're treating a piriformis syndrome and you have a herniated disc, pain doesn't go away. So you have to figure out what the problem is and match the treatment to the problem. It seems pretty simple, but it doesn't always happen. So like our Facebook page and share this information. We solve serious back problems, and we do it better than anybody. We've got a medical research article that proves it. So if you want that, we're going to give you a copy of that. But also, I want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on the camera, and follow us on the Twitter. Instagram, am I right about that? See, got it again. Instagram and the Twitter. So follow us, subscribe to us, share the information. We want to change the world one spine at a time. The only way to do that is with your help. We need your help. We need your help. This is a call to action. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Tomorrow is Friday, and we're going to do something else, and I don't know what it is. But I'll let you know tomorrow. I think it's about food. Is it about food?